everybody. My name is Christina Duncan. I am a proud Gold Star mom of Sergeant Cade Duncan Pendergraft. He was part of the 179 Airborne Division in Vicenza, Italy, and he unfortunately passed 3 years ago on a hike, and it was extremely sudden and traumatizing. However, my goal at this point is to honor his memory. Today actually would have been his 28th birthday, November 10th. He was born on the Marine's birthday and almost Veterans Day, so I knew that he was destined for really amazing things. I'm also the daughter of a West Point colonel. He was, my dad fought in World War II, and he was infantry and also fought alongside, he knew General Patton very well. And so I come from a long line of men and probably some women that served our country. My dad's dad actually was a captain in World War I, and he ended up dying in World War I. He's still buried in France, and he was my son's hero. So my son always looked up to his grandfathers, and so we just have a long line of veterans. We respect the veterans. We respect our military. And I was really honored that I was asked to join JR and Ziggy to their event at Dodger Stadium. My son Blake and I went. My son Blake and I are extremely big Dodger fans. We watch them all the time, even if they're not doing that great in postseason, but the event was amazing. We played the Yankees, and they picked us up in this incredible limo. We almost felt like, you know, it could have been for like a movie star or something. They just treated us with such kindness and respect, and their wife and kids were there, and we had a great time going there and having all the snacks on the way. And they went above and beyond and got us this cool sweatshirt, and we just felt really honored just to be in their presence, you know, having served our country, and building that bridge and that bond between myself as like a Gold Star mom and also this organization that's going to help so many people, just to get the word out, to see them in an element that's really kind of fun, especially because we won that day. So everybody was happy, but just getting to know everybody, and that to me was the most important part. The Dodger game was so cool. We had incredible seats. The food was great. Company was great. We also got to know Teresa, who's president of Gold Star Moms. So just building that bridge and getting to know everyone was truly an honor, and we really appreciate everything you and you both did and organizing it and allowing us to come. Like we were really grateful. So
that was awesome, and it was such a fun day. It was such an honor to have you and Blake and Teresa, like you said, just have a fun day. And I couldn't think of a better bunch of people to join us on our inaugural event. That was the first one we ever threw. We were so nervous. We didn't know how it was going to turn out. And it was truly just an amazing day with good people who now we consider friends and family.
yeah.
And like you said, that there's that bridge to now. We didn't know each other a few months ago, and now we would do anything for you. And it's just great that, you know, through sometimes not the best of situations, you can make a connection that brings people closer together, total strangers, but have, you know, a couple things in common, like the Dodgers, like the military, and you know, just a willingness to give and a willingness to serve. those core values seem to bring people together and help the greater good moving forward. And it was just such an honor to have you and Blake join us that day.
Yeah. And seriously, it was an honor. And you're right. The circumstances, nobody wants to be a part of this unfortunate club.
Right.
It's like every parent's worst nightmare, to the idea of losing a child or sibling or, you know, whoever, or husband. But one thing I did want to say is, one thing I appreciated is my son, Blake, he has struggled quite a bit with the grieving of losing his brother. He's been extremely reluctant to have, like, to get help in like a traditional way. And your event is the only event he wanted to take part of. Like, he allowed himself to go and to open that door in like a, it's not like a threatening environment, but it's a place where he can feel comforted by other people who've been through the same thing, and to get to know both of you. And so I know he had a blast. He really enjoyed it. And like, I've tried to get him to go to like TAPS organization events and, you know, sibling events for people that have lost, you know, siblings, but he just is never comfortable. And yours was the only one he ever like wanted to go to.
That actually means so much to us, because that was Ziggy's whole point in putting on these events. He understands through his own journey and his own healing journeys that the traditional or clinical way of finding peace or healing or being able to get out the emotions don't fit him very well. And what does fit him is just going out and having a good time in a comfortable environment with good people. And so now it makes sense why he said that if nothing ever comes of this, this worked, because he felt that connection with you. He felt that connection with Blake. He felt that connection with Miss Teresa. And wow, that blows me away. And thank you for sharing that, because when I pass that on, he's probably going to lose it just a little bit.
Well, yeah. I mean, if you think about it, like, especially, I mean, I'm not a psychiatrist, but, you know, men have a hard time, like, you know, sharing those emotions and talking about certain things. And sometimes you don't need to like sit there and talk. Sometimes you just need to be around people that, you know, are supportive and compassionate and who do, you know, take an interest into what happened to you and love on you. Because I'll be honest, over the past year, like, I don't have a huge support system like that, because like I mentioned earlier, it is everyone's worst nightmare. You don't want to imagine that happening. And when you're friends with someone like me, you know, we do have our hard days, and sometimes we just need a shoulder to talk to or cry on, or someone to talk to. But it's not easy being friends with someone like that, because it's a reminder to them too that life could be really fragile and things could change in an instant. And it's nothing we all want to face, but at least we have a support system like your organization or like the Gold Star families, like a safe space to share. So, but my son, you know, like I said, he's just not that person to like want to open up to just anyone. So
that makes sense.
But he felt comfortable with both of you and your families, and that was cool to see. Because I think if I had gone a different route, like, oh, this is a place where you're going to have to, you know, open up and share your feelings, I don't think he would have done that. But so
yeah, let's just go out and have a game or watch a game, have a beer, have a dog.
Yeah,
it was a blast, and we wouldn't have had it any other way. He's such a cool kid, and he was open, and he was having a great time, and that meant the world. And I mean, and then we get there, and look, I'm going to do a little name dropping, but what made our day, we thought we were super cool, right? But we get Miss Christina here saying, "Oh yeah, John Suhu, he's my homie." She texts him right up. Oh man, if that didn't make my day, and I mean everybody's day, where he came up, met up with us, said hi, shook our hands. and took a snapshot of us. And it was so cool. Sent us the image.
Yeah.
You went up to us and we were thrilled.
I'm so glad he was able to join us and take that picture for us and just to make an appearance. I got to know him just I think through social media. Like we started talking and started talking. I don't know. I was probably messaging him about the Dodgers at some point, and we became friends. And he's really kind, very generous,
Yes.
and so sometimes he's so busy during a game he can't like swing by. But I was like, come on, come over here. I think it was before the game, so he made it, which was good.
Yes, it was so awesome. And oh man, what a great way to spend an afternoon. And again, thank you so much. Thank you for being a part of the big day. And we definitely want to make sure that everybody out there knows that, you know, veterans and family members, they all sacrifice in one way, shape, or another. And then there's the ones that make the ultimate sacrifice, and the family members. I couldn't even imagine. I mean, if I had lost Ziggy, I couldn't even begin to imagine what it would be like to be in the shoes of somebody who lost a family member. And so we owe all of you, you know, a debt of gratitude, a debt of just empathy. And I don't want to say sympathy because that's not the right word. I don't want to feel, I don't even think you feel bad for yourself. I've in the short time I've gotten to know you, you've been graceful and you've had strength in talking about, you know, everything that you do and how you lead your life moving forward. And it's amazing to watch. And you're so open about, it's not always easy. It's not always, you know, what you want to do, but you find somewhere to keep moving forward. And I think people need to be understanding of that and get that war isn't fought off in a faraway place and then it's done, right? It doesn't work like that. It affects people, all, you know, it affects family members. It just, there's so much that goes into it. And we just as people need to understand and wrap our heads around, you know, what a sacrifice it is all the way around.
No, it totally is. I mean, going back to even my family history, because my dad lost his dad when he was only like 3 years old. He grew up without a father, and it totally affected our entire family. Like, just, he had issues because of that. He came home like a war veteran and struggled a lot with addictions and depression. And so, yeah, there is like a trickle down effect. And so I kind of understand, but now being like the Gold Star mom, you know, just, there is a range of emotions we deal with. But I want to make my son proud. Like, even today, I thought, you know, do I want to sit at home and just be really, really sad and depressed? And I'm like, I don't think my son would want that. Like, he wouldn't want us to be depressed and sad. And so we went and got some lunch and had like a nice meal in memory of him. And I do believe that one day I will see him again. That's my hope. My hope is that he loved to travel and he loved to explore. And my hope is that he is traveling and seeing things in the universe that we can't even comprehend. And
hell yeah.
Yeah, because I don't know, there was an expression I heard a while ago that said, you know, you might miss them, but they probably don't miss you, you know, like, not in a bad way, but, you know, who knows what kind of cool things he's seeing and experiencing on the other side. And I do believe, and I don't know, it helps my heart that maybe he is with my dad, and that was his hero, and they're both together in heaven or in glory, or who knows, you know. And so that helps me a lot, just to know that he's in a better place, I hope. And then I'll see him one day.
Exactly.
So, yeah.
Exactly. Well, Christina, thank you so much for joining us, for taking the time to, share your story. And thank you so much for just being a part of our family now. We honor you, we respect you, we love you, and thanks for being here.
Oh, you're welcome. Love you guys too.